than some other people, and they still had it going just as the best sandwich.
That's
all
great.
of us, we all like work there part-time.
There you go. We can put it as that. Okay, we are.
Control.
We are like. Oh, hold on 1
sorry.
second. Yep, sorry. Let me get this back. Yeah, just 1 second. I just need to get the video thing up here.
And I would help. We could write and collaborate on a fucking theme song.
That sounds great.
You know what I mean? I already have
Meltdown
Hawaiian guitar
theme song
sound
great.
effects or samples. I can play them on my fucking GarageBand.
Okay, here we go.
And you get a lot of language coming out over there before I put on the.
Huh?
Because I got 3 hours of sleep. My character died last night, and I
got
took
a
a bunch
lot
of Adderall. In the
language.
past 24 hours.
You got a lot of language coming
A lot
out
of
of you there.
language.
All right, we are ready to go live, Adam. Why don't
Yep,
you take
let's
over?
do it.
Dustin, squeeze in. It's time. It's happening.
It's time.
Okay, Google.
It's time again.
Hue Play 2 Dark Blue.
It's time to
like
get
that.
rid.
This is part of the
It's
ritual.
time,
Yeah.
We just
time,
did all
time,
ours.
it's time
Oh,
to
shit.
get
What
rid
did I-
on YouTube. Only red on YouTube.
Okay, Google.
Get rid.
Hold on.
Turn on Hue Play 2.
Oh, you play two and I play two.
Turning on Hue Play 2.
Oh God, you guys keep yelling at me.
Okay, go ahead and put the live video on it. And I gotta bring the app up to get the blue lights
sorry.
on.
And
It's okay.
boom.
All right, there we are. We are live. Hi, welcome everybody to
welcome.
Get Rich on YouTube is what it's still called for now.
Well,
what do you mean well? What do you mean well? Yeah?
We'd like to welcome you to this show where
Oops.
it's an
So
ever-changing
we gotta
show.
change. We gotta
Yeah.
change this here. Hold on.
Currently,
It's
in the new
down
year
like
of
that.
2020, we've had
It's 2020.
a look inside of human brains.
It's a show with so much crosstalk
Human.
that Mike's Google Home
I can't even
is
hear
about
us.
to self-destruct. It cannot compute.
So yeah, I personally have had some things happen to me that in the past, and in order to quit telling the story to myself, we are telling it one time out on the video here, and allowing I don't know, whoever, doctors, research science people, maybe you're a research doctor.
Well, let me ask you this, Dustin. How would they find this video if they were?
They would look, for rare medical.
So,
X-rays.
but we didn't even put that on the description.
I
of
was
the show.
trying, like raw.
Raw. No, they're going to search for GRYT RAW is what they're going to search for. They're not. But that's what we need to do is change the description of the video so that it has the actual description of exactly what's going on. So if a doctor is looking for that they could find it, right?
Exactly.
I think so.
Accessibility.
Accessibility is correct.
Absolutely. Okay, so here we are again, guys. This is
Welcome.
the show that they don't want you to watch. This is the
the
show
show.
the establishment does not want you to see.
We are the people that your parents tell you to stay away. Wait.
We are the 99%.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
F society.
F society.
We are the common man, so common that literally you'd be like, these are just normal guys. They're just too common. I want to watch something else.
Yeah, you can just pass them on the street and be like, no, I don't want to give you change.
Yep. All of that guy's oogling me. I'm not oogling him.
Oogling? Is that how you pronounce it? Okay, Google.
Ogling?
How do you pronounce the word ogle?
Ogle. What?
Okay, Google. How do you say the word ogle?
You're ruining me.
That's pronounced the word ogle.
Yeah, it's ogle.
How do you pronounce the word oogle? Hey Google, how you pronounce the word oogle?
It's too close to Google.
That's pronounced the word Google.
I'm just gonna do a real quick search here just to make sure that we're.
You gotta prove it this much
gee.
that we are ruining another time flying by because we're having
fine.
too much fun.
But it's all quick bits.
It's all quick bits.
Quick
We
bits.
we call travelers like crust punks or like transients. We call them oogles or hoogles.
Oh
Yeah.
no, those are called gypsies.
Yeah, well, we can't,
No, I'm joking. My friend is one.
Jesus.
Yeah, I
Don't call him a gypsy, then you call him a Roma.
right.
Hey bro.
Yeah, he's Roma.
We're not
he's
vampires.
He's also my friend too, and he would
cool.
not want to be called a gypsy.
I would like to say this.
Yeah.
I'm more
Hey,
trust
make sure you
fund.
smash that like button and make sure that you subscribe because we need subscribers.
Do you know that in the 1800s, ogle was a much more popular word? I don't know why it's really gone down, and I mean, it seems like it should be more
What does it
popular
mean
now than
exactly?
ever.
I think
To
that's
stare
the-
at in a lecherous manner. To
Oh, so
ogle.
it's ogle, not oogle?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you think it was oogle as well?
Yeah, I always thought it was oogle.
Really? No.
See,
ogle.
I'm not the only one.
Ogle?
I'm
Maybe I
not
thought
the
it's
only one.
long O. So
I feel
it's
like I took mushrooms
ogle.
and now I keep saying the word over and over again. It
Yeah.
doesn't exist
Well,
anymore.
No, I get you. I know exactly what you're saying.
The
I
mass
didn't take
of the bright sun of Google has swallowed up the olden word of ogle.
oogle.
Yeah. No, you're
There's
right.
no such word as oogle. It's
Even though
ogled.
there was two different people who thought that there was.
Yeah,
Hey,
good
tell
words.
us what you guys think out there in the
Yeah.
comments below. Have you ever used the word oogle
Hold on, I
as
just
in
want to get this back up
oogling?
there. There we go.
You were ogling me.
William Brinker, what do you think? Oogle, ogle,
You
ogle.
say a oogle, and I'll say a ogle.
It's-
An oogle, an ogle. Hey, let's just move on.
That's definitely the thing that we need to decide and not the name of the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right,
Which
though,
is-
Adam?
Ogle.
Okay.
we can-
So,
Let me ogle
We
you.
can throw that out.
too late. I got fancy ears.
Yeah, I'm ogling you.
Mm.
Now oogle me real quick. God, poor Jill. Poor Jill. Now I know why Jill complains about you so much.
You smell pretty.
Hold on.
Is that musk?
Okay,
I'll
you're done
find you,
oogling me now? Do you oogle Jill a lot or no?
She wishes.
She wishes.
JK, she doesn't.
William Brinker says ogle, see?
Oogle.
Yeah.
He's saying ooh ooh. Oh, ooh,
No,
like
he's saying
Google. Like
ogle.
Google.
Ogle.
Not to be confused with who.
What up, DJ
Google.
Eternal?
Where's DJ Eternal?
He's over on the Twitter.
Over on the
just
Twitch.
On the
Over on the
Twitch.
Twitch.
Yes, we were just talking about getting into Twitch more.
Twitch, bitch.
We are.
Let's
Yeah.
get Twitch on Rich.
Let's get Twitch on Rich.
Let's
bitch.
get rich on Twitch, bitch.
Oh God, we redlined. We redlined.
Oh, careful.
Yeah, it might have been me this time. I don't know.
It was both
Adam.
of you,
Oh, it's
fine.
both. Okay, great.
Dustin got a pretty good one though, solid.
All right. Anyways, today we're going to be looking at.
Delay.
Notice how pretty Dustin's face looks right now. We're going to be looking inside of his face.
First of all,
Hey
I got
DJ,
new
we're
hair. I
over. Watch us on YouTube, and if you haven't already,
I got a new haircut.
got a new haircut. Oh, it's very
I don't
much.
know if you can notice
You
if
know
it looks
what?
different.
You know what you look like. Hold on, let me find this real quick here.
Hello.
Uh,
Hi there. My name is Dust. This is the new me. Ever since I've got hair for men
Look at
transplanted.
Mike's
Okay,
face.
here
He's
we
so
go.
excited to show this. It's so good. Hold on, let me mini box it. Let me
Here it
mini box
is. Hold
Let me
on.
mini box
Wait,
it.
bring this one up right here.
Yeah,
this is
which
the
one?
This one right
Yeah,
here.
there we go.
Hello. I am the Mad Hatter.
Where'd it go?
You're
Aw, dang,
Ming
hold
the
on.
Merciless.
I am mercilessly Ming.
Oh, God.
Ming the Merciless with those headbands on.
Mm.
It's really nice.
It
really good.
it really brings the head together.
It brings the head together.
The
I guess
scalp.
that's me, and then that's you.
Oh my God! Nobody can see what you're pointing at, Michael.
Mike.
I know.
Oh, they can, Mike.
They can, yeah.
Ming. Mike, Ming. Mike. I mean, Dustin, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are
Mike,
you at, Adam?
Dustin.
Looks
Let's
like
find
you're
Adam.
one of the
He's
evil
gotta
guys.
No, Adam is on. He's in Flash Gordon too, I think.
Oh, right there in this picture with
There
you.
he is. He's
Yeah,
sitting
there
on
he
my
is.
lap, but
Aw.
it's platonic
Let's
for
see.
sure.
Let's see the picture.
I'm pretty.
Why don't you
Yeah,
click the picture?
he is pretty.
Nobody can see it. There's Adam
go.
and Mike.
I don't know how that's more funny than the Ming the Merciless picture.
Yeah, hold on.
Which
Because
is-
I'm using
which
your
is-
own
Let's go
bit
back,
against
let's go
That's
back.
dead
Oh,
ass
there.
perfect. That is just so
yeah,
fucking
dead
great.
ass perfect.
It's
I know
so
what you're talking
perfect.
And this
about.
also kind of looks like me, you know. See this
It
nice-
does look a little bit like
I
you.
even cut my
the
hair. I'm
hair
trying to
is.
grow it out.
I think maybe that is you,
I
Adam,
think
and
we
not
need
me.
these in the background of the
Oh,
show
we
now.
really do. But he doesn't have his head thing on.
Oh yeah, we could paint it on.
That's true.
We can
could.
modify it. I know some people that can modify it.
He's got a golden
action
sword.
figures or miniatures.
I didn't
Oh,
realize
buddy.
he had a sword.
A golden
this
sword.
Guy, can I be this guy though, he's so much.
Oh
cooler.
yeah, that's Dustin's friend.
Yeah, I'll start wearing a mask. to
That's
show.
the other Dustin.
I thought that
Until
was
you guys
Jill.
call
I
me.
thought that was Jill.
It's pretty.
She's kind of got
pretty.
the same attitude as Jill.
Or is that
it seems like.
is that Mark Micula?
You mean Golden Goddess? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Yes.
Which one's Darren?
Fashionably wearing black?
Which one's Darren Shelton?
Oh
Just
God, yeah.
whoever's
Which
not-
Flash Gordon
Yeah.
character are you from?
Yeah, that's our.
Oh,
Buzz
there's a
thing.
classic Ming the Merciless where you had that head thing on.
Great.
That's
Let's
a
look
good
at
one.
that.
Yeah, who's
Great.
that with? Is
Can
that-
now we
Oh,
move
wow.
on to the real things?
I thought today's show was about this.
No.
Look at her top. How nice that is.
Wow, dude. I am.
Wow, dude.
Get outta here.
I am.
You get out of here, Adam. We got
Why are you
stuff
yelling
to
at
do.
Adam?
You can keep talking.
Yeah.
No
We're still on the screen
I
right
can't
now.
see it though. I don't know
You
what
can
we're looking
see it right there. Look at that right there. See how it looks? How pretty we are? It's so nice.
That is nice.
There we are. Anyways.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Here
So,
we go.
Dustin, if
Dustin-
you just catching you up on last episode, Dustin,
Dustin,
I thought you were trying to chime in, so I was pausing.
oh,
for you.
I'm trying to chime in. So,
You're trying to chime in now? So, Dustin has, when he was 16, suffered. I'm just gonna
17. It was 17.
Okay, I'm going to do a very quick wrap up, and you tell me how accurate I am after I'm done, okay?
Okay.
Ready? And time me.
Well, okay. If
Ready?
you okay.
See how well I get the facts right and see how fast I get it out.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Ready? When Dustin was just 17 years old, he was on a snowy road in Ohio where he lost control of his car due to the negligence of another driver. He smashed into a telephone pole and his steering wheel jerked at the same time his head hit the steering wheel, tearing the fascia underneath his skin. The fascia being the stuff that's underneath your skin but above your muscle that kind of holds all of your body
Like an
together.
elastic
Hey,
rubber
let me
band.
finish. He ran down the street, or walked probably, pouring blood across the street to a neighbor's house who happened to be a paramedic. She called her son on the walkie
Ooh, I
or
get a
whatever
sound
it is.
effect.
And
sound effect.
and got him to come to the house right away, ferrying Dustin off to the hospital to be taken care of. So years later, this doctor tells Dustin one thing. He's like, "Sir, you will be okay as long as you do not do any one of these three things."
Wait, hold
He
on.
says-
Before even that, the accident, he was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he walked to the random house, and the woman was a paramedic.
Yeah,
Did you say that?
I said that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Yep, I
sorry,
said that.
He was yelling
That's like
during
my favorite
that.
part. Yeah.
So then, where was I?
Sorry, the doctor.
So the doctor told Dustin, "You must not do one of any of these three things."
Oh boy. Go ahead.
One, Dustin, never do the drug known as cocaine. Number two, Dustin, never skydive. And number three, I can't remember.
Number 3, never get in a fight.
Never get in a fight. Never get in a fight. Never get in a fight.
Which I never have been.
Years later, years pass, and Dustin's doing fine. He's won international awards. He's made some great friends.
I had.
He starred in a hit play written and directed by one of his friends that he looked up to most.
Which one, I wonder?
I don't know. You'd probably do some research. The name of the play is called Whack Job. It won awards.
Wow. You're really putting all this out there. I was going to say whack job.
Anyways, more years pass, and Dustin gets ensorcelled by the wild times of cocaine.
Oh my god, quit saying that.
Okay.
I jumped out of an airplane, my head fucking went.
No. Just
And so then Dustin goes on a bachelor party trip where
No,
they're
this is-
skydiving. You
Yeah.
just gotta, yeah, it is true. And then he, the skydiving person that he's strapped to, the person that he's supposed to be, trusting with his very life, is spinning him around wildly, fucking up Dustin's internal workings in a
Which
in
we
a
have
brand
proof
new
of
way.
today.
And,
we have proof of
Dustin
today.
said no when he asked him if he wanted to do it, right?
Right, I
Yep.
said no, but then he
Said no.
bullied me into it, and I said, all right, whatever, just leave me alone.
More years pass, and Dustin finds himself on the streets of Las Vegas.
No, just one. 5 months later.
5 months later, Dustin.
6 months later.
6 months later. 6 months and 3 days later, Dustin finds himself on the streets of Las Vegas when suddenly he feels a tingling on his neck and feels that something is not right.
He hears screaming in
His
the air.
eyes, he hears screaming in the air. His eyes scanning the streets for something that's making his blood boil, and he realizes that there are some evil men beating up somebody on the street.
A whole bunch of people.
So Dustin attempts to stop it and winds up getting beaten up very severely.
I come running out and go, no, hey, everybody stop it. That guy's a nurse. He would never hurt anybody. But before I got any one of those words out, I got punched right here.
Right there.
Gloosh.
Boom.
Yeah, gloosh.
And, stuff happened to his ear, other stuff. He had pictures from the hospital.
I go, you can't see.
We were all completely, just from our perspective, by the way, I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I could not believe what happened. I'm seeing the pictures on Facebook and stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck what went on in Vegas? And that just made me go, I'm never going to Vegas.
Yeah.
For another.
What
night,
happens there
you know?
stays there. Even
Even bad
life-altering
things.
injuries.
Bad things.
What happens there?
I mean,
don't
we
care.
could show
Yeah.
the picture
'Cause I
if you
never
want,
go.
but we can do that
We'll
later.
do that later. So, anyways, so
I forgot about the picture.
Dustin now
Yeah,
is
edit in post.
much like Rocky before his first fight.
Bum, 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 bum,
He's
bum, getting up.
training.
This is where we're getting into the story, though. You can read this part.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
But let him finish
And
the
now
recap.
Dustin jogs behind this podcast as we try to get him back up to speed.
Yeah.
And that's where we are today, is with a down-and-out, downtrodden Dustin who's barely able to do simple things like math or drive a car. He can't
Or communicate to people properly by using a regular tone of voice.
He can't use a telephone. He.
No, I can do that. I can do that.
He
Yeah,
records
see?
all his music on a telephone.
Yeah, but I mean,
20 years ago, that would have sounded way weirder.
yeah, that would have been really strange.
Welcome to the future.
But anyways, so here we are now. So how was that for a wrap-up?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yes.
Yes.
Got a little stuck on a couple of words and a couple of just smaller moments, and
Yeah.
that ended up being a little longer in the story.
Well, I
but
think that
it's fine, but you can
I think I
edit
got a
it.
little bit of I got a little interrupted from somebody.
a little ruptus,
Even I
ruptus
did. I
muches.
interrupted him, too.
But not as bad as, Dustin. Anyway, so oh wait, look, it's not exactly centered. Let's
We could
read
just
it.
raise it up maybe a little bit.
No,
Our head-
do
okay.
not. We have already found out that you're not good at that.
Okay.
We'll have to do that.
Yeah.
So, where we at in the story, and let's.
So we're here. We're in present
yeah,
day,
what's
and now
this?
Dustin has been to myriad doctors. He's gotten scans. He's gotten crazy MRI stuff. He's gotten all sorts of weird things. Look at his ears and his Ming the Merciless stuff on his head. Take your thing off. Show the people your Ming the Merciless thing.
This is this is more of sports tape.
More of sports tape
And
than
what
Ming the
you
Merciless.
do is I'm
Merciless
going,
tape?
I'm going like all the way from here to here and
So,
here to here.
and why are you doing this?
Because right here is where I fell in the story, in the Vegas story.
Yeah.
And see, that's where we kind of need the story, maybe, because
Sorry, that was my fault.
we're gonna. I just told the story last week.
Yeah.
But we want to maybe actually go back into it because after I got this happened and I came home and Obamacare paid for everything,
Oh, no.
I then had to get another surgery, and I was afraid that the next year happened, my Obamacare would be up and I wouldn't afford it.
Right.
And I went to the doctor. And this is you might want to get into the story about this though. Remember that thing you were reading last week?
Yeah.
Because what he did then is if you take your head like this and put it in triangles, like here to here
Right.
and here to here,
Yeah.
my triangle had gone right here and it split. So now it's like this, right?
Two triangles.
And so now it's caved over here
Okay.
to where I can't breathe, and this side is
Out of your
is
nose,
hurting, right?
you're saying, right,
This side
yeah.
gets then.
Right.
Not only does it come over here, but then it slides down into here
Yeah.
and slides over to here
Uh-huh.
to the point where when you see one of these x-rays, you can literally see the tension line. Because I even pointed out to the doctor, I'm like, look, this isn't on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's only on this one side. That's everything in my head
Yeah.
wound up. You'll see.
Okay.
So the second doctor who did the second surgery, I tell him it's like this, and what he does, it goes, no, it's not. And then he goes, and I go, well, so if you could just, just drill a hole in the septum, and I'll move stuff around because I've already feel like I started to have to do that from
Okay.
6 months before,
Yeah.
from jumping out of the airplane.
Right.
And but please, whatever you do, don't make it worse. And he goes, well, it's gonna hurt for a few years no matter what I do. And I go, okay.
Yeah. And how long ago was this?
This is 5 years ago.
Oh, Dustin is okay, Johnny 5. This is, we're talking about an ongoing thing that he has going on.
This is a life thing.
It's a life thing. It's a,
And I'm trying to get this done before my birthday, which is next month. And I have a 7-page case study paper explaining the words, like the words that Mike can't even pronounce, and he's all like, "Oh, I pronounce everything. Look at me, I'm Mike McGinnigan. I know how to pronounce oogle and ogle." So, I wish you did that more.
what, you impersonating me? Or
No, just you
me
doing
pushing up
this.
my glasses?
It would help my impersonation more.
Okay, all right.
Where'd my hat go? That's all I can
It's
think
okay,
of.
Adam. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So ultimately, we're trying to get this done for my birthday. That's the reason we're doing
Ultimately,
this.
we are trying to get this video done for your birthday, which I'm not sure
And
exactly.
it is
But what are we
kinda-
trying to get
Are
done,
we looking
though?
at these images? Where are the images?
Hang on one second.
Okay,
What are
sorry.
we trying to get done?
I'm
Dustin?
trying to get this paper read.
Okay.
And once I get that paper read, and
Yeah.
I can then show the evidence with the with these X-rays here, then I can then edit together from last week's story to this week's story, put them both together
I
in
see.
one unique video.
So you want one video that's going to detail the medical experience, the whole thing.
thing.
Okay, great.
That way they can say, "Oh, this is an actual
Well,
case."
let's get to it then. What do you want to get into next then?
That's what I'm saying. Do you want me to put up with the mini
We can
box?
get to the.
Well, I just
we
thought
can
of
get to
the dolphin doctors that I want to go down and see, and I thought, well, haven't we looked that up? We should have looked that
We
up.
could, but I mean, I think we need to, I think we need to get into the X-rays.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
Where are
Okay.
the X-rays?
Here they're down
Yeah, you-
here. Yeah, I got it.
And
I'll
then
take
if we
control.
get into it,
Is that Jill texting you?
Or did you set a timer to try to keep yourself on track?
no, I don't.
That'd be weird.
What?
Why?
No, clearly I don't do that.
Yeah, no.
I'm freaking out.
You can just watch the sundial on Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island.
Meltdown Island. Watch the sun go down.
Oh, yeah.
Once
On
you've
Meltdown
gotten
Island.
rich on YouTube,
Yeah.
you can move to Meltdown Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that album?
Once you got rich on YouTube, you can go down to
You
Meltdown.
can move on down to move on down. Where'd my hat go? Oh,
Where'd
here
my
it is.
hat go? You don't want to show off
It's on
your
my
hair
head.
anymore?
No, I'm embarrassed. I mean, it's
You
not something I'm
shouldn't
proud
be.
of.
It's like you shouldn't be. It's just a thing, and you do have a cool Ming the Merciless look.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think it's fucking dope. You could cosplay that shit. No one would even know that you had a head injury.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about it now.
So we're going back to 2015.
Sorry.
Future, yeah, 15.
2015 could not open the
2015.
file. Thank you.
Man,
It worked.
Proprietary program.
I wish we'd had these already
Hold on,
open.
is there a
At
way
least
to-
we got our
I had 'em
nice
open earlier.
faces up there. We can look at.
Are they already
I
opened up
wonder
then?
if I can do this
Is there something already opened up?
and go
Then?
like that. No, this is the file.
Oh, it's a file.
If you
This
say
is
what
a
you're doing
lot.
out loud, then it becomes a tutorial.
That's true.
That's what we're doing. So right now I'm
so,
clicking
yeah.
buttons. I'm clicking this button.
So the program that we have to use, it's really weird. It's called Micro Decom, which those of you in the medical industry might be familiar with it because apparently
But we're
is
not.
apparently is a standard for viewing medical imagery because you can annotate, you can draw on it, you can put all
Annotate.
kinds of stuff on your pictures, and it stays with it,
with
and it
them.
stays with it as it goes.
Right.
But the problem is that there is a proprietary viewer for it. It's not an open source thing. It's not just like, oh, hey, here's some pictures.
The data is also kept on a CD.
Yeah, they gave
is
him a CD. It's
antiquated.
very weird. So, oh, this is for John Doe, not for Dustin. So, because, you know, a lot of doctors, no offense, doctors, but some of you don't know what you're doing with technology.
Yeah.
Sorry
Hey,
about
man,
that.
it's not all doctor's fault.
No.
They didn't go to no computer in school for a reason.
But then they need to trust computer people. There's tons of people that know computer stuff that don't have jobs, so.
But I'm just saying, remember last week I was like, I didn't go to computer school or no doctor in school for a reason?
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing. Doctors don't go to no computer in school. They're worried about doctoring.
But maybe that should be part of doctoring is computer school.
Like
They ain't got enough school.
Like I have a friend that
9 years, they go for like a decade to go to learn how to be a doctor in.
6 months for computers.
My drummer did 8
great.
years to be a drummer, and then people will ask him like, "Hey, so what's your real job?" You know, it's like, but would you ask a doctor that went to, you know?
Yeah.
Well, no, doctors ask you that.
Yeah, it's not the
Because
same thing.
they have a real job.
But right, exactly.
So why are these old files not working?
I don't know.
I didn't open every file last.
Is there any? Do we have any of the ones that we?
Well, I'm checking all the old ones right now, the 2015s, and it looks like
Okay.
none of them are working.
Yikes.
But let's try 2015 824.
Okay.
No. I had this working
fine,
previously.
Remember
You
with
can-
that one?
You can explain things though. If you want
I
to talk about
randomly-
what's going on, you could read that.
We're both
document right
freaking
now.
out because this.
Right, I know, but
I'm
Mike's
not
got it under
freaking
control.
I'm not
Oh,
freaking
That's what I'm
out.
saying. If you just
Me neither.
wanted to read that,
Me neither.
just to fill the time.
Very convincing.
Thank you. Oh.
Okay, maybe I should do the other folder then instead of this folder.
You just thought of that one. Just thought of that right
Guess
now.
I should do this. What? Is this?
It's process of elimination.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right, Adam. That's
That's
exactly
what you have
right.
to do with computer stuff,
Okay,
buddy.
so maybe then that
So
folder
that's
might
not.
be.
This folder might be corrupted or something. I don't
Who
understand
knows?
why.
What's the original one that you opened?
Let's see. I definitely know that I opened the newest one.
What about this scan access? Maybe that Dustin's Health was the one that didn't work, and then you went back in and then you put it under this one only.
So is it
Did you check
connected
this?
to it?
So-
SanDisk Secure Access is a program that comes with the flash drive.
Is that maybe is the app interfering? Is it like is it connected to like a server that's?
It's not using the internet,
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
but I think it might be. The way I did it last time was I had to open the program,
Go ahead.
and so I'll do that again right now as soon as I find the file. Let's see, organize it. There we go. Application, Omni. SD.
Omni.
I don't know why I didn't have any problems last time doing this.
Yeah, right there it is. That's what I was
Booyah.
trying to say. Isn't
'cause
it already
this
pulled
is-
up?
This one is up on a different screen.
There it is. We figured it out, you guys.
We figured it out, you guys.
Figured it
So
out.
this one is from when?
Uh-huh.
This is 2015.
Yep. 8/17/2015.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to just open... Oh, not the work list.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so right here, look at this. 27.8, 21.3.
I'm going to open...
Those triangles right there, I think those numbers are going to change, you guys.
Oh,
Wow, there is way more than I need here than anything. Okay, this is... Oh, okay, so this has everything. This is everything. Okay, great.
Great.
So we are currently viewing the 2015...
What is that one there?
817. That's 824.
Okay, that one right there might be that brain scam that we can...
Well, do you want to start with 817 or 824?
You're right. I just want to compare the old to the new and show the differences. There's one day where I went twice in one day. And I started off in the morning and it was crooked. And then by 12 hours later, I was able to show that I was able to straighten my head in 12
Whoa,
hours. So
that's
that one might
crazy.
be interesting to look
That's
at.
crazy. All right, so now we are looking at an X-ray image of your head taken back in 2015. This is right after the accident, right after the assault.
This would have been the I think that all that happened in 2014.
So the assault happened in 2014.
Right. So on April Mother's Day of this year will be 6 years.
Wow, crazy. Wow, this program sucks. Anyways, I can barely get things to work. Okay, so anyways, what we're looking at here is a X-ray image of Dustin's head. You notice that the two little things that look like earbuds or light bulbs or something like that on the right and the left side of the skull, those things are actually touching the skin of Dustin's head, so you can see how far apart the skin and the bone structure is. The lines that are drawn on the screen are attempting to figure out how far off his spine is based on
Because if your everything goes through right there, your spinal cord,
yes.
and where your spinal cord connects to your brain, everything travels in your body through there. So if it's off a millimeter, 1/100th of a millimeter,
Yeah.
you could start getting acid reflux, fibromyalgia, other restless leg syndrome, all of these things, just because your head is not properly
Seated.
is just maybe slightly torqued even.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's not exactly sitting correct where your head is back, your chin is tucked.
Yeah.
We all do this now. We all lean forward all day looking down at phones.
Did you ever hear the I think it was a Radiolab or This American Life about the guy that had chronic back problems that were so bad that he got to the point where he tried to take his own life. So they locked him up in a mental institution.
Wow.
And then he figured out a way to get a noose tied in his room, tied it around his neck, jumped out of the window with a running start, and somehow, through some weird series of events, the noose didn't kill him, but instead straightened his spine out
Oh my
completely.
God!
And
Wow.
it fixed his problem 100% to the point where he was like
Yeah.
I can live now.
Ironically enough, he died
Pain.
shortly thereafter of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yep, exactly. It's the only way you can get off anymore. So,
So this is one where the doctor showed me, and he says how this is where the spine is going backwards.
Here, hold
Okay.
on.
So-
real quick, hold on real quick. I'm just gonna bring the chat over here just so you guys can see it while you're.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I just want to make it, so you can engage as well.
Are they
Here you go.
ping
Here, you can have
files?
You can have it
Oh,
again.
scroll it down though.
Yeah,
Adam,
sorry,
please.
sorry.
That's all right.
There you
That's
go.
it. We're
Go
there.
ahead.
Great.
the mouse,
So yeah. So anyways,
It may be why have you have acid reflux, Adam Fuller. Who's Adam
Thank you.
Fuller?
you'll meet him someday. He's pretty cool.
Oh, you mean old AJ Fuller?
But anyway, so you're talking about this picture, which is your spine, your neck specifically, right?
So if I had
explain this to me.
I think there's another.
these are all the different pictures inside of this day's pictures.
Okay, so we
We can go to another day, but let me do it.
We'd like to go to another day then.
Okay.
Because ultimately there is one where he shows you
Okay,
right
let go,
along
let go,
this
let go,
spine
let
here.
go.
That's going backwards. It's curved backwards, so it's going like this.
Yeah,
right?
It kind of looks like it is a little bit right there, though. I don't know if that's
It's twisted. It's,
How
This
it
is gonna
should
be like
be.
your album art, right?
that's a good idea. I like that idea.
I mean, yeah, for the human condition algorithm.
I'm just
Imagine
gonna
that your
go through
skull
all
could be
of
Meltdown
these.
Island.
Oh wow, that's funny. Yeah,
there you
that,
go,
like
but-
that picture, Meltdown Island. That's
Oh,
pretty
And
good.
the top skull too.
Yeah, that's good.
And it goes along with all my old photos of just me smiling real big, and now we've just removed. I'm the Joker.
I'm the Joker because you're a fragile white male.
Did you guys
Oh,
see,
thank
did you see
you.
that guy that
Is this the one?
No, but that's pretty interesting. So what he's doing is measuring each
oh wow.
thing there,
Vertebrae?
It's
showing.
like the angle of the vertebrae, right? So
Yeah.
there's some kind of angle that he's measuring that's right after the main vertebrae, and then it goes to the back there.
and follows along the esophagus. It looks like I don't know what that
Wow,
that
interesting.
hyoid bone or something. I don't know what
You
the-
mean right in there? Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
bone.
the hyoid bone. That is the bone.
There's a bone right here in your throat
Yeah.
that I can crack as well.
That's the bone that tells you if you got if you committed suicide, if you or no, if you got strangled. I think it is because that's the one
that'll break real
Yeah,
easy.
that's the one that broke for Epstein.
That's right. Yep.
Because
Because otherwise they'd tie it underneath or something, and it wouldn't
Right.
be the same.
So basically, what has happened is my fascia has gone and unraveled on my right side, crushing over onto my left side, and it's almost I like to describe it as an internal decapitation, partial decapitation.
Okay.
Like there's part of my head that feels not attached to the rest of it,
Wow, that's crazy.
and that right there is a big part of it.
Wow.
Because that L right there,
Yeah.
that's up here. And then my other part of it is down here. So they're not even, it's like that.
So let's go to the next day.
Let's, no.
This is 8/24. Oh, they're actually loading the other ones still up there, so that's
wow,
good.
that's so cool looking, man.
It is really
I'm so
cool.
jealous that you have these.
I know, I
not
love
the
a
brain
picture of this
injury
myself,
but
yeah.
the images.
Uh-huh.
I used to have these high definition pictures of my eyes. We had like a specialist analyze the designs in my eyes, to, and they could tell that I had Crohn's.
Yeah, they can tell everything by the
Wow.
dots, where your
Yeah.
dots are. I had a
The
lady
waves-
one time
the
when I was a
waves
kid.
are formed
I didn't know
and
that.
stuff, you know. It's
Huh.
so weird.
I'm interested in that.
And the things that were too private, she
You're
would
off
go.
camera. Come back.
The kids where it was too private or it was
Yeah, talk to us,
touchy, she would whisper something in their ear and they would go, yes. And it was like, oh my God.
That's like some forensic evidence shit.
Wow,
Like,
where
wow.
do you get that done?
Okay, so that's really important right there. So,
Oh, which one?
that
Want to go
last
back to
picture-
that last one? R1.
okay, yeah.
Nauseum.
So right here,
R1.
this is something they are always measuring. It seems 30.8 and then 27.5.
So those are two different angles that your neck is showing us, right?
Right,
So
one-
those two different angles should be the same angle.
You're right. And on my right side, right there, he's showing that it's wider, and
Mm-hmm.
on my left side, he's showing that it's tighter,
Mm-hmm.
which is exactly how it feels.
So that's the degree he's like saying.
And now we're
yeah.
going as we get further in yesterday's. He goes, "Here's your evidence. This is like, I mean, you don't have to go to yesterday's now. Go to the one where."
I'm just gonna keep going up if that's okay.
Um,
So this is from God. This
Right up
program
here.
won't even tell us.
2016.
Oh, there it is. 11/21/2016. So that's open mouth. So this is no angles on it. Posterior,
Raised up posterior head. bent
spine
over.
lat 1. So these are all kind of the similar pictures. This one doesn't have any of the angles on it.
Notice that this line though. Notice
the
that
measurements
line.
are really cool.
The white line of the spine. If you can zoom in on this line,
Sure.
you can see that it is a little bit straighter than it
Oh,
was.
wow. That's cool.
Than the curve
That comparison
backwards.
is cool.
Like this third right here, I was able to
see-through.
correct it forward.
Yeah.
And that one made it more straight. Now they call that
Yeah.
a soldier's neck, or I think, because a lot of people have it where it's straight up and down rather than the third one being slightly forward. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this rather than like
right.
this.
That's interesting. So it's
So it
just
went from
straight up
this
and down
to
instead
this,
of that. Yeah.
and now if you want to go to their,
Do you get neck pain a lot?
Oh yeah. What did you say there, Adam?
It looks like it looks almost like a tree or like a like a totem pole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the imagery, like the island imagery.
Oh my god. Palm trees of my skulls.
Totally, like close-ups on palm trees, and then close-up that you could probably you can make the graphic design the palm trees to look like that probably too, with like double exposure, opacity.
Okay.
Okay.
We just want to see the chat.
Yeah, I just wanted to check what was up in the chat because I don't want to miss the chat.
Oh, I just said that Dustin
You know
is a
what?
lich, and this show is his phylactery.
Here, I'm gonna put it over there for you. just so
Laugh
you can see.
Factory. Let's jump to 2018. I think that's the one I went to in one day.
We can't watch them all.
They're just we don't have any like now. I just want to see what the date is.
2017, 11/21.
What was the last one?
Before this,
Yeah.
that was 11. Oops. This program is so
17.
weird and basic.
So go to the next. Go to the
11/21/2017.
Yeah, and then
this one is 11/21/20. This is two in the same day, I think, because these were two different ones.
and that says 1929. And then what's the other one say?
The other one says 9:09. So this one was early in the morning.
10 hours. Yeah, 10 hours later.
10-hour difference. Yeah.
All right. So is there one where?
There's only two. There's this open mouth and the C-spine lat. So we can compare. We can directly compare these two.
So that's how I am in the morning at 9:11 in the morning. It's back. It's curved a little bit backwards, or and then go to the next one.
Okay.
And then this one here.
Oh,
yeah. See
Yeah,
that?
it's much more
Do
open.
it again.
Right.
Can you go back one more.
And so in
get the
one day, in
comparison
10
going.
hours, I'm able to move my
Curve,
skull
yeah.
and neck that far,
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Just from working on it.
just from doing this and rolling it and looking with my eyes,
Right.
and then clicking my
Jeez.
right there,
Yeah.
and right there.
Yeah. So how is this? How these lines are showing you the difference between where it was, or
yeah,
something?
Yeah. It's showing you that the line that's going like this, more curved,
Mm-hmm.
is the way it was in the morning, and then this one is more straight up and down.
Right. Okay.
So and then I don't know what the other one is for.
That's got to be the alignment to the skull, then, right?
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, these two things here, if you go back, I don't think, see right there, there's a little bit of a gap between the 2 and the 3
Zoom in
there. So right here you can see just a small little gap between those two.
Yeah.
And then now go to the other one, let's see what it is on that one.
There's a much bigger gap there.
Yeah. And that's the one that's more backwards.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow.
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy. Should I go to the next set of pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
so beautiful, even just like when you close up on it.
It's
just
really
the
neat.
painting.
It is really neat.
I'm sorry, I'm obsessing over it.
I love it.
It's because my bone wizard died last night.
We'll get to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we'll
fine.
get to
No,
that.
I'm
No.
gonna. I know.
It's a little bit more
In due
important than what
time.
we're talking about right now, but we'll get to
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Were they not in order?
I don't know.
Yeah, because even the measurements, you can make like your track titles.
So this is
9,
the 11,
that's
and
the
then
9,
then I
'cause
went on the back on the
like
12.
moved
Show
it. It moved it.
So that's
11/21.
11/21, and then what's that
1919,
next one?
And then this one is
12/4.
12/4
17. I don't know why.
at
I went right
1940 in the evening.
And then click the next picture.
How are you so late at night that you went to the?
Well, this is the one
doctor?
I feel like it was the same day. I don't know why it's
'Cause this
dated
is
different.
I mean, that's like 7:40 p.m. right there. That's odd. But anyways, so next I'll bring up
no,
those.
click all the way to the bottom one. What's that
Oh,
bottom
to
one?
the CL spine one. Or CR. spine again. So it's a similar, same pictures, which I'm sure a doctor would be able to.
Yeah, and then the next thing you're going to be looking at is all of these.
So this is all from today.
You're also now see all of this here, all of that stuff there, and all the last ones is much less defined, and now it's well defined.
Is it because of better quality imagery?
No, the same imagery. It's just now. I mean, if this is the right side,
I mean, it looks a lot more clear, honestly. All of that stuff.
Yeah, go on to where you start seeing he does measurements.
The R on there could even be the R of algorithm.
I mean, that right there is crazy to me because it definitely feels off like that. See See how the left side, it just this jaw on the right side is not connected, and
it's moved over, right?
That bright line there, those two tendons right there, those tendons are not on this side.
Right. Well, it looks like they are, but they're like
they're on the other side of on the other side of this.
Oh, I see.
So that's one reason I'm always trying to do like this.
But you like cracking. I want to see you crack.
Oh
but
wow,
like
that would be great. I would love to see that too.
Oh, it's like I love.
Here's the measurements.
Yeah. Remember where they were.
Here's your proof right here.
This is what he said for sure. He was like, "There's a clear proof." The fact that the 30.6, where that yellow line is going sideways, the fact that that is more calcified and or just stronger than what it was.
What is it exactly?
It's going to be it's this right around
It's
here.
the angle that his head is on his spine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's
so
why
is this worse then?
It's not great because this is starting to calcify and starting to pull. Go to another thing. Starting to pull my jawline all the way over.
Oh wow.
Oh, there's that 47. See, last time it was at 30 whatever.
Yeah, no, it's 47. So is that bad or good?
That's not great for me. It doesn't feel.
But is that getting worse or better?
It's weird to say because
you're working on
because it's twisted. It's torn. It's flipped. This part flipped over because at a certain point it's super connected, right? So at a certain point it is going to catch, and it's either going to break my neck and go all the way down, or it's going to catch something, which is what happened, and then it ultimately it unraveled and raveled over here, unraveled over here, and raveled up over here, and I can feel it going over and through the C1 and C2 that goes like this.
Yeah.
Because it goes rock, 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 and that's all it does, and all of a sudden it's on the other side of my head, and it's not getting easy. It's getting easier to move around, but it's also getting more difficult because it's calcifying.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying, that doctor. So when I'm split like this, that doctor, instead of just building a hole here and or pulling it back up, he then drilled a hole here and then just shoved two things all the way back to my head that went this far.
Wow.
To literally, when the doctor was pulling it out of my head and it kept coming and it kept coming, Jill said, I thought I was going to be sick. Like, it was the
God.
Yeah, she watched the doctor remove the stents. They're called stents.
Do you have any pictures of them?
No, I wish. But it went all the way back to the head, and he basically repositioned my skull and my jawline.
Wow.
And that is what I've been fighting through then over the last few years, is trying to get it back. But it's clear that I'm. Some days it feels like I do get it around, and other days, not.
How do you deal with like chiropractic? Do you get that regularly, or is that?
No, I'm going to start seeing him again because the adjustment. He did make an adjustment on me, right. Well, I guess it'd be on. That's the right side. Then it'd be on the other side. So he did right here. He just right.
So this is your nose right here.
It was illegal.
Yeah, you're turning.
Chiropractic.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well,
I'm interested in it personally.
Let me tell you this: it's not chiro. It does say Diamond Chiropractic.
Or what's the doctor that's?
Yeah, it's Upper Cervical Care Specialist.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Upper Cervical Care.
I just had a friend. I was visiting my brother, and I lived there for like 3 months. And I had a friend, real quick, that was going to school in Marietta, Georgia, because that's where it was founded. The guy that created chiropractic, it was illegal, so he claimed that he slapped his janitor on the back. He gave him a slap on the back, and it cured his blindness. So then, but really, they just spent every night, and he adjusted him every single day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I won't go on a tangent right now, but I have a bunch of like weird stories about miracles about chiropractic.
That's interesting.
It hasn't worked. I haven't done it.
My grandparents.
I actually would really love to do it. I should do it for the show. I would totally do it.
My grandparents were early adopters to it.
That'd be a great show goal.
Yeah.
Can
You
we
know
get
what?
like a fundraiser for Groupon for us to all go get?
That'd be cool.
Or for them to visit us, do it right here.
I'm definitely interested in going to a chiropractor. If you have any suggestions on a local chiropractor,
I got plenty. I got.
for
I could
anybody
get us
out there
massages
have
on the show.
a suggestion.
I could get us massages.
Yeah, that is
literally
true.
from, like,
Alex,
multiple.
Alex can do it. Yeah.
We have she has friends that all do massage.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Well, I would highly recommend Dr. Judge. That's his name.
Dr. Judge.
He's in Birmingham, Michigan.
He's not a judge. He's just a doctor, but he is Dr. Judge.
Yep.
Right.
His last name is Judge.
Right. Not like Mike Judge.
Yep. But he's doctor.
And
Right.
he didn't do Beavis and Butthead.
Man, to me, it's like
Or King of
this whole thing right here, that, that. It needs to go to. It needs to. It's just,
Well, it's hard
this
to
whole
tell
thing
for
needs
me
to
because
rotate.
this is like your head is
I'm
turned
starting
a
to
little
see
bit.
it correctly now.
Yeah, you'd be a great bone grinder.
Tricky to see it.
Dustin.
Right there's my left
That's
eye.
what my
This is my
GP
right
did.
eye.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, isn't that your right eye though?
No,
Or is this the
it's
back of
behind.
your
Yeah,
head?
it's the back. You're looking through my head.
Okay.
You're looking through it. And so this would be the bottom of my skull right here.
Yeah.
And so there's not a bottom of the skull as much on this side.
Wow.
But I mean, you didn't lose any bone mass from that assault.
What I lost is the fascia.
Yeah, I know.
So that is what I'm saying.
And you're able to not see the fascia in the. I mean, you're able to see the fascia in
They're
here.
saying you can't. You see through all that stuff, but right here's clearly some skin and stuff.
Yeah.
And that white bright line.
Yeah.
That would be it on the other side.
And I mean, all of the
look at this
like,
right here.
stuff
How
looks
this
like
is all
folds
ripped
and stuff.
See how
right.
that's ripped right
Yeah,
there?
uh-huh.
That would be it ripped right along here.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It feels like there's nothing right there.
Like these holes here.
Yeah, that would be that would be fascia to me.
That's probably
because
the
that's
fascia.
right there would be
Yeah.
right where I hit right there.
Wow. That's from your car accident.
That's from this right here's from this is from the
Assault?
The assault, yeah, falling on the ground and skidding.
Oof.
And then they tried to kick my face off,
God.
and that's when I got this one here.
How do you feel about those guys nowadays?
Do
Do you wish that they would get
Right.
hurt? Do you wish like they'd go to jail? Do you want to not even think about it? Do you,
I had people who
like-
offered. They were like, "You want me to go? I could send people out there to go and get." I'm like,
right.
"Wow, that sure would be nice to be able to be the kind of person that would be able to say yes because I want to say yes."
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know that like having my car broken into, or my house broken into, or having been robbed and shit like that. Like, I definitely felt a certain way towards the people that did those things.
But ultimately, I was like, I'm the one that ran into it. They're the ones that did it.
Yeah.
I wanted to blame my brother. I wanted to blame
Sure.
them. I wanted to blame myself. I wanted to blame the security people.
Well, that's really the. I mean, the people outside of the casino should have been on top of something like.
The fact that there was a
Jeez.
blackout zone where there was able to that thing to happen. That's crazy to me. And the
That's
fact
nuts.
that the police confused the issue.
Yeah.
And didn't understand that all these people showing
Yeah.
up at the hospital at the same time saying they've been attacked were attacked by the same people that they caught one of. Yeah, that's a little disheartening, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And then a show like Cops always acts like, well, we always get our man, and like we're no crime goes unpunished. It's like people get away with stuff all the time.
All time.
So stupid.
I mean, I get away with stuff every day.
Whoa. Save it for after the show. Save it for after the show.
That was a JK. We're doing a comedy show. Let's keep it light
Here,
to the kids.
Keep it light. Yeah, let's talk more about skull health.
Well, okay, so I was hoping there would show the CT scan, but that's not on here.
I was trying to bring up a graphic I made, but because it's gonna be.
Oh,
There's no
you wanna know how to-
other
you wanna help?
folders.
But in the
No,
but
that's it.
in how do
That's
I bring it
everything.
up in here? I made it here. This is
Okay,
it.
so then that's the
Yeah,
graphic
but it
you
won't
made.
come up in. Is this? Because
Is it
it's-
because it's turned off? The whole thing is turned off, or no? Or is it underneath everything?
Is it underneath
Basically,
it?
my optical.
I think. Oh, because you're in Minibox.
So what
with
the guy
Adam.
did is the guy connected the two books, the fascia book and the
Bring it
facial,
up above that.
the
thing.
muscles of
Okay.
the facial expression.
Now make sure it's turned on.
And he
Visual.
put those two books together, and that would then connect
So
my
you got to turn on the top,
occipital
the main
muscle?
container, I think.
my right
Yes.
occipital muscle
Yes.
to the
It's visible.
right.
Oh, there we go.
eyebrow and frontalis muscles.
But I don't know
Yeah.
if that's above
And when
the
that
video.
tore down here, then when that flipped,
Yeah.
it was attached, and it attaches through the brain, mind you, because there's fascia that goes up through your brain, like that middle line and this, and I can feel the fascia come out of my skull and fill my top of my head at times when things are really. That's one reason I'm wearing these things, is because they cause tension to be up there, which then causes the whole thing to move as one and causes the whole thing to throb and heal.
Right.
Because blood flow is the key.
Right. Blood flow is the key. Yeah.
It's definitely things like just like last week, just looking down and then looking all the way up.
Oh yeah, run us by one of those again. That was.
And then this one is another key for me, but it's muscles. So, but this one stretches out. This one you're taking the back of the skull and lifting it basically.
Yeah.
Because you're stretching out this and looking all the way up, holding it there, and then looking down as hard as you can.
What you've said is that that you are like a medical marvel.
Yes, because I can
what
feel
is the reason? Yeah.
I can feel the fascia, and my fascia is torn.
Okay.
Fascia runs through the brain, three different ways, diagonal and horizontal. And so.
And it keeps your brain, the parts of your brain, separate and stuff like that.
Right, and I'm telling you, you can see evidence now of tears and rips in the fascia.
Right.
And
but they wouldn't believe you on this for years, like this.
Well, they
is the
say
thing?
you can't feel your brain. They say this, right? And I go,
but this
well,
is,
I feel
this
a lot
is
of pressure.
outside of the brain, though. This
But
is the
here's
skull,
what I tell
right?
them, even because they had.
Yeah.
That's why I was hoping the CT scans on here, because that one shows my brain being pulled into my spinal cord. And he's like, when you zoom in on it, just like we were zooming in on this stuff, you can see it's just a little chunk, but it's going into the spinal cord, and that's when he told me all about that stuff. If it's off even a millimeter, let alone your brain being squeezed into it, and I'm like, well, that's all that pain. So once that we cracked it one time, and I go, it's all so tingly. Everything is tingling. I can feel everything. In fact, I don't feel pain right now. And then I said, so is the tingly feeling of no pain me feeling my brain? The absence of pain, the absence of feeling is me feeling my brain?
Yeah.
And he goes, I guess so. Like, I don't know, dude. You're saying words I've never even thought about.
Have you, and this, I don't know if this is, I mean, I know you've probably looked into a million things, but have you looked into or had any serious look into anti-inflammatories?
Right.
Like daily.
What you got? What you got, brother?
Yeah.
Anti-inflammatories include things like ginger, probiotics. There's tons of things that are like
just even
really good
chicken
for
broth is really good for your digestion.
Yeah.
As far as anti-inflammatory.
Yep.
Apple cider vinegar. I just have chronic inflammation in my GI tract because of Crohn's disease.
Yeah.
So I know I have a random.
That there's certain things that you drink.
Exactly.
Oh, and like staying away from
Kombucha.
sugar is a huge thing because sugar is really
that.
bad. I'm trying to really stay away from sugar myself.
How you doing?
Are you?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to bring the graphic to the front layer. You know what I mean?
Is it go up to the very top on your source
is this not
there?
the right source? But we're on the right source.
So see where it says display capture and you got Atom Cam up there.
Okay.
Turn and Logitech. You got to go above those things.
Oh,
so
okay,
actually, you could drag the whole Roses and Thorns thing above.
Okay.
And then.
Oh, sorry.
Oh shit! Hold on.
That was my fault.
That's fine.
What was your fault?
It's all right. He just.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. But where's the other picture? Oh, dang it. I was going to I had totally had a whole thing where I was going to put it over the R in your picture, but we'll save it.
Look at that.
Oh, there'll be another chance.
See how that one's not in line?
Oh, yeah, it's like a little bit off there. Yeah, I can see that. What we're looking at is this right here. I'm using the mouse pointer to indicate what it is right here. I'll just get the zoomer in there.
This one is a big. That one is not in line with the rest.
So those are the vertebrae or parts of the vertebrae.
That's the vertebrae, and then
we can see that if we were to draw a line, can I draw a line? Angle.
The next one down.
Measure.
The next one down.
Arrow. Reading.
It seems like
annotation.
The arrow.
ROI is circle, rectangle, polygon, freehand. Yeah, okay, I can do this then.
Hey,
how about freehand draw?
Freehand draw, probably.
Oh, that's gonna? Yeah,
that's what he did though. You know, he measures it though and puts it at the exact right. That's why he got this over here. It goes down to 3 centimeters.
Boy, this is great because you can't erase that. And there's no undo.
I know
It's
that
amazing.
There is.
No, an undo is Control Z. There's no undo on this thing. It's a weird
Oh,
program.
that's weird.
It's a weird program. It's not really. I wonder if I switch to another thing and then go back if it'll disappear. Maybe.
I doubt it. You really put in there good.
I really put it in there good. You really
You
put it in
probably
there
had,
good.
yeah,
There we
you
go. I can
there
delete
you
it.
go.
Okay.
You can delete
But
it.
I guess if I do a rectangle and then
But even this,
Well,
even looking at that center
zoom.
piece, you gotta understand that even that looks like it's just like this to me. Just like this.
just turned a little bit off.
And when it's, you don't want anything inside of your head and or neck and skull to be turned in any way.
So I'm going to zoom in now on that line that I drew there.
Because if it is off that much, it is too much.
So yeah, check that out, right? That's a little bit, that's indicating exactly where that's lined up. I put it in the center of that top vertebrae, and it's in the center of that other vertebrae, but this one is over to the side a bit, right?
And then, I mean, yeah. And then back, if you back up, then...
Zoom out.
Oh, yeah, but look, I think it even goes... Yeah, no, I'd go with that. I'd say you're right. But if you back up, then this is the other big one for me are these things right here.
The jaw, yeah, this right here. Yeah, because this is very interesting right here. I'm going to put a note on.
Because the right side, it's what it exactly feels like.
This
it's like, I need it to be...
So yeah, these are... Let me do another circle program. Yeah, these are not ping files. These are not like regular files, guys. These are like weird medical files. I saw a comment on there that was like,
a lot of people
can't you just do that? Yeah. No, it's not the same thing. So yeah, look at this, everybody. This is interesting. We're Dustin on the right, I'm not going to say left or right.
Yeah, no, right here's R.
That's R.
Oh, that's R.
Right.
So on the right
that's
side...
the algorithm.
Oh, yeah, right. On the right, notice that the red circle that is on the on Dustin's right side...
On the left side. Oh, yeah, I was comparing it.
Yeah, on the right side, that the whatever is going on there, attaching the mandible to the skull, is kind of underneath, and it's not attached in the same way as the one on Dustin's left side is. So you can see that that's also off.
It's a form of lockjaw, except there's nothing on the right side to unlock it.
Can you open your mouth? Like, yeah, you can open your mouth all the way.
But even so, it's like...
Does it feel weird on that right side?
Oh, so much.
Yeah, so you can't really, like, it's not normal for you at all.
No.
Yeah.
And then all of that is back here. It's like it's almost like in a...
Yeah.
And then it's almost cut off.
Because it, like, went back there. Like,
it retracted.
It shouldn't go back there, but it normally rests
in
front of the skull there. The mandible connects up with those tendons. Like, let's get a, hold on, let me get an actual, like, biology, like, view of the skull.
I feel like we could get a good screenshot for the thumbnail from the mini box pictures, like the Dustin's skull and us, and then just throw the graphics in there somewhere.
That's true. I mean, I could just do screen caps of those too.
Totally.
Getting gritty with it. No.
With muscles.
What was it? Superficial backline? Was that the one?
That's the two that come. But again, those are fascia. They're not listed here.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't even see them.
Do you need the fascia? Is that what you need to?
So with fascia, maybe instead.
Yeah,
no,
of
I mean that's a whole different thing.
Was it the superficial backline or no? That's not what you're.
Well, we're just
facial bones.
I think where you were is fine. Was in a correct spot.
Oh, okay. Then go back.
So yeah, I see where you're at. Go back to that last one right there. The temporal.
Go back or wait a minute. Where do you want me to go?
Let me see if there's any big muscles here that.
This is all familiar stuff right here. Zygomaticus major. Like, I remember reading this stuff in that thing.
Yeah, in the paper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, it's already 5 o'clock. Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I should have.
So these muscles work independently, right? They're in their circle. The circles around the eyes, the circles around the mouth, and even the bridge of the nose going up in between the eyebrows. I told the guy that this was shredded. There's other, and he goes, nothing connects between there, and it's like.
That's
yes, there
basic.
is.
Yeah,
Like he's such a,
You
you're such
can
a liar,
see it.
doctor. You're such
Yeah.
a liar.
You can see it right there.
Yeah. So ultimately,
I mean, here's something, and just in just talking about the doctor. I mean, just think about how many dumb people you've worked with, and then think about the fact that there's lots of dumb people that go through school and get degrees that doesn't necessarily make them intelligent people. And a lot of people just want to like tread water at work. They don't want to ever think.
That's true.
They don't want to do work. They don't want to make their job any more difficult. They don't want to take chances. I mean, do you remember how you felt the first time you heard somebody say, "I don't like to think about it," or "I don't like to think"? It's like, what? You don't like to think? Like, what is that? That's like, I don't like to go outside. I don't like to. I don't like to walk.
I don't like music.
You know, I don't like music. Exactly. Like, it's so dumb. But there are people out there that that's all they do, and then they utilize their degrees to just enforce their own prejudices. You know.
Yeah.
They're really dumb.
so yeah, I think I definitely was looking for a house kind of doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking for a house who
Well,
could
but
throw
that's
it up
the
on
there,
TV.
dude.
That's the TV doctor.
Throw it
and
up
there
on the
are people
chalkboard.
like that, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
and
And
figure it
especially
out.
they don't want to care about. They don't want to even put any empathy into you. They don't want to care about you. They're like, you know, because they're all overworked as well, right?
Even my first doctor was like, he's like, oh, he's got ulcerative colitis because they just did an endoscopy on me, and then they sent me home, and I almost died again. I was like, I lost so much weight and so much blood, so then I came right back to the hospital
my God.
for another like 3 months, and then we had this Scandinavian doctor.
Sounds hot.
And he totally was. And Dr. Shojcevic, and he's like, no, we do colonoscopy. I will look in the colon.
Okay.
He's like, I will find it.
Yeah.
And then we found out I had Crohn's disease, and they're like,
So
well,
that's
let's
when
treat the
you realized
colon.
that you had that, and so you avoid all like.
I don't. I'm bad at it, but yeah. But I try to. Yeah.
But it's not as severe, maybe, or
Moderation.
something, or.
So this
No, it's
muscle here on this side,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about
I think that this is the thing that we're looking at that is missing.
Oh, wow.
Right.
So I think that is one of those.
Like it slipped underneath.
It slipped behind. It's
Yeah.
getting pulled back.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because of the disappearance and the pushing back of the second doctor. It's all stuck back then here, and it's calcifying, and that's what I'm trying to. That's when you hear cracks. And,
So how can you get somebody that can help you with this?
Well, you know, Dr. Judge would say that come see me every 2 weeks, come see me every month.
Which is like something you can't afford, right?
I mean, it's not expensive. It's only like $50. I
Really?
mean, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I think the expensive thing was the
that?
X-rays.
So would you recommend this guy though? Would
Oh,
you-
100%.
He's good.
He's very good.
So if I went to him for my back problems and see what happened, that would be an interesting thing.
yes,
Yeah?
you would be amazed. Because
I
again,
probably would,
when they
yeah.
adjust you,
Yeah.
it's not like, all this rough and
No,
tough
I
stuff.
know.
This
It's
right
like
here,
minor.
chewing muscle.
Oh yeah.
Like as I first was getting back to life and after the thing, I remember chewing, and it would be like, pew, 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 and I just didn't understand what was happening at
What
the
do you
time.
mean, pyung?
Like
What do you mean?
the tension, I would be chewing, and the
you'd
tension.
feel like a thing.
It
in
would
your...
leave this side and come over to this side, and so it was
Wow.
building tension here,
Yeah.
just on the drive to work or something, you know.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So and I didn't realize it was happening, but it was, and boy oh boy, talk about vertigo.
Boy, I'm glad you don't look like some of these.
So this
people.
is
Are
the
you a
other
fan of
muscle.
Vertigo, the movie?
This muscle
Yes.
and this muscle here, I think, are their superiors, and they pull.
Is that the zygomatic?
So I think so.
That's maybe what they were talking about. Well, we can go back to that main thing.
Yes, it is the zygomatic major.
Zygomatic major,
Major.
zygomatic major. No, those are the small ones.
Right here.
Maybe this one right here, the risorius, or pletium.
It definitely. You see me doing this all the time
Yeah.
because so much of that works around there, and the eyes looking up,
Yeah.
looking that way. So they're like train tracks, and this is something I could tell these fascia doctors and stuff.
Right.
It's like I can feel the tension. I can feel the fascia flowing through these zones.
Yeah.
And the more the muscles build, the more the fascia is pulled
So
back.
you're saying that the fascia is like the big deal, but the muscles are also an issue as well,
because
right?
the least I look up this way, the more I look down this way, the more the muscles become trained to do that.
Yeah.
So a lot of this stuff that you'll end up learning is breaking any habits. All habits have got to be broken.
Right.
And including looking down at the phone all day or
and it is
driving. I had to stop. I drive like this all the time. I had to then forcibly put my arm down and drive like this just to get all of the muscles working in the opposite way.
Yeah.
And parking, like I started parking in a different spot every time I got there just to not get into a pattern
of doing the same thing.
And talk about how it'll put you in the here and now. And I only noticed it because I would go to drive with someone else and we'd show up at this place. I'd be like, you park here every time. It's so weird to me because I'm, as someone who's currently trying to break all the patterns, I'm noticing that this is a pattern. And so many people do that. What are you doing now?
I had to reply to a message real quick.
Okay, good for them.
For my rehearsal tonight. But anyways, so this is very interesting.
Totally.
What has been going on here. So right now we're at 5:12. What do we want to do next?
Roses and thorns.
Yeah.
Roses and thorns. All right, so yeah, Adam, you're back in control there. Yeah, that looks pretty good on the screen, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, so so now we're back at Roses and Thorns.
As soon as he pulls up the graphics, we are
Getting there, it's right there.
Roses and thorns, roses, 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 roses and thorns. I got a rose, you got a thorn. I got a rose, you got a thorn. Hi there, welcome to Roses and Thorns. This is the part of the show where we like to sit back and really take a look at one and examine, the skull that lies beneath the show. Ooh. Examine the layers of muscle and fascia that might be misplaced, might be a little bit of a kink in our neck.
You're yelling.
Well, I'm getting us fired up for Roses and Thorns.
All right, I want to give a rose to you for sharing all of your stuff with us today.
Appreciate
very
the
interesting.
I'll hug you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yep.
Like to give a thorn. I hate to be negative, but a thorn to having to find the X-rays. That was a hot mess.
That was an interesting journey because we
already had it open.
We had it on the
technology.
Well, you had it on a CD last week, and I don't have a CD drive. I have like an external CD drive that I can't find the power supply for.
Because all of the computer places are all brave. They're all brave, saying, leave out old
nobody
technology.
needs stupid CDs.
It's so
really
but
dumb.
it's kind of fascinating because you're like having to take this information, this medical information about yourself, out of like this archaic form of information.
Exactly.
Yeah, think of floppy disks.
It's cutting edge information with all kinds of interesting stuff that is trapped inside of an outdated technological framework.
Just like floppy disks were. The CD is the floppy disks of yesteryear.
But
it's
also
you're Voldemort, and that's the Horcrux.
Yeah.
Or the show is the Horcrux.
We gotta destroy it.
Well, ultimately, if we ain't got the old technology,
yeah, I know.
Then no technology is worth anything.
We gotta sink it to the bottom.
No technology is worth.
If you're not able to see old technology and the information that is on that, then what is all of it worth?
I don't know.
Exactly.
But I want to give a thumbs down to the current medical imaging technology that's been used in the proprietary program that they trap it inside of. Proprietary, for those of you that don't know, is something that is not able to be shared in any way or reassembled or changed in any way. So if it's proprietary, it's basically like this is locked down due to copyright restrictions or due to trademark restrictions.
It's a good explanation.
And it's like you can't use it in any other way, and nobody else can make a program that views these things.
I'd like to give a rose to Mike for explaining it. It's like this.
Well, Did you like that? You like my explaining handwork?
I understand proprietary a little bit better than I did before.
Hey, that's good.
Same.
That's good. It really the difference is there's proprietary and then there's open source. Open source means that you can change, modify, or do whatever with. It's like the opposite of proprietary. Right. It's like Mac makes all of their shit proprietary. Like they have the format for their hard drives is proprietary. Nobody can copy it. Nobody can do anything with it.
Right.
And they do that on purpose so that when you use a Mac and have problems with other stuff, they're like, oh, it's that other stupid Windows computer that has those problems. It's like, no, Mac purchased this technology and made it so that nobody else in the world can use it and then wants to blame everybody for not having their,
For you doctors who might still be watching, I'll put it this way. Open source is heart and proprietarian is the brain.
Nope, exactly. That is not a good explanation.
What? I think it's a pretty good explanation.
I'm gonna give myself a rose.
Yes.
Because if we go back in the archives of us messaging back and forth,
Yeah.
Early on when I was trying to trying to create structure for the show, you
Yes,
know?
yes.
I mentioned an idea to you. There was the basic 3-part structure, you know, icebreaker, complex topic, and then Dustin or anyone else on the show being vulnerable. That was my format. But my more grandiose idea was to like plot it like the human brain.
Oh. It worked out in
and
many ways, Adam.
Yeah, you talked a lot about that today.
Thanks, Adam.
Nice
I'll
job,
accept
Adam.
that rose as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a rose to Adam for being being a great co-host to the show. Or
Yeah.
Is he a co-host? What's
He's
his name?
a supporting. He's a supporting
Director.
bra for us for sure.
Bra.
He's keeping us high and tight. You know what
Bra.
I mean?
It's Adam as a bra.
He's a bra. He's a bra, man. Bra.
All right, bra.
Okay.
Hey, bro.
Hey, bra.
Hey, bro.
All right. Anyways, I want to give a rose to myself for
Really?
finding my old laptop
Hey!
that
That's
could boot up.
Did
I
you
put
get
the
it?
CD
You showed
in
on
there.
Yes, you did.
Well,
I'd like to
shoot,
give
that's
him a
nice.
thorn for not ordering the CD player that I had purchased for him.
I want to give Dustin a thorn for his long rambling texts that make me go, what the hell am I
There you go.
reading sometimes?
TLDR.
Yeah, TLDR. Especially if
I'm
it's
a
like
culprit.
2 a.m. and I'm like, wow, I'm really high, and I'm like, I look at my phone, I'm like, I can't read this right now.
That's
First
when
of all,
that's
I'd like
when
to
I
give my-
send TDLRs.
Yeah.
When I'm really high. at
TDL,
night.
yes.
I'd like to give myself
TDLR.
a rose because I didn't send it to you as a message. I sent it to you as a on the Facebook messaging group
Okay,
that we have.
wait, well, what did you just say?
Okay.
I sent it as a group thing on a
Wait.
different
Talk about it
platform.
after
On the
show,
Facebook messaging, you didn't send a message, you sent it...
Not to your phone as a message
Yeah.
thing. So unless you get push messages from your apps,
Yeah, I do.
then, well, see, I don't.
Well,
I don't.
But I'm still going to read it.
Well, good.
Well, I'm
it's,
not-
It's there to be
I'm-
read. It ain't there to be ignored.
real quick, I'm gonna give a thorn
Yeah.
to not getting to spend enough time on to pay respect to Ambo Maga, my Gator Man,
Oh, yeah.
D&D character
Yep.
that passed away last night.
Hoppa mama
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe, rest in peace, Amamaga and Kobe Bryant.
Thank you very much, Mike. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that.
You're welcome. I want to give a thorn to all of us for not watching Mafia's Finest TV episode.
We can watch it right now. It's 6 minutes.
Oh, 6 minutes? Okay, I guess we
Okay.
can watch it. Let's do it right now.
Speed read.
It would be under message, Facebook
let me
message,
put it on
Oh, it's under
Inbox.
Facebook messages?
Facebook message,
Oh,
because
yeah,
that's
okay.
where I send you things.
Oh,
You got
I
it.
just was going to look at the thing on
So-
Sure, but I'm just
YouTube.
saying, there's a quick link. Right here, zoom up.
Uh,
Right here, grid, inner circle, zoom up.
Oh, that one was my Instagram because I was going to show a video.
Zoom
So,
up,
my-
zoom
God.
up.
Boy, if anybody could see this, you could see how long these
You're
messages
so
are.
mean. Right there.
There we go. I'm so mean.
Those are just receipts, though.
Yeah.
When he's reading you, that's what's called a receipt. RuPaul would call that a receipt.
Yeah.
He has the proof.
Okay, so here's Mafia's Finest TV. They shouted out to our branding episode.
You wanna
Your name
full screen it?
doesn't mean shit on YouTube.
Whoa.
Go ahead and play that again.
Don't like his attitude.
He
Play it
said,
one more time.
he's-
Hold on. Don't laugh.
Your
Hold on.
name doesn't mean shit on YouTube.
So, like,
Wow.
first line is like a straight
Called
up comment
out.
called out. Yeah.
Yep,
He
called
does
out.
have cooler exploding light
Look at
bulb
that, look at that.
graphics.
Mafia TV.
Oh, if it doesn't mean shit, then why did he do that?
Because it's his brand. It's his personal
Oh,
That's
brand.
cool. No,
okay.
but good job for
Going
him.
through a bunch of stuff, not only about, and this is
Love
really
you
gonna be
guys.
about
Sorry about my
success.
frustration. Love you
Uh,
guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be about how silly
I like his
people make it
hashtags.
seem that a name has to describe you and yes, describe your brand, your
Whoa.
personal brand, your business
Whoa.
brand.
That's how people
I'm
see
gonna
us,
tell
Mike.
you that
Like
your
Where's this being
brand
the merciless
has to
graphic?
make sense to you, not to anyone else, not to your mom, not to your dad. It just has to make sense to you.
Okay,
So,
fair.
if you are sitting here thinking way too much about your brand name on YouTube, on Facebook, on any kind of social platform, just know that there are
Oh, it's
people out
Christmas
there
still here.
that started YouTube that had no idea what they were really doing, and
What
they
do you
just
mean?
made a name. And guess what? They're famous. 50 million subscribers, 20 million subscribers.
100 million. He got
24
double more.
They did put a
Real quick,
graphic
hold on,
there.
hold on.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check something real quick. How many subscribers does he have?
161.
Okay.
So he's not
Crushing
beating.
us.
He's
Yeah.
not. Oh, he is crushing us.
Yeah, we're at
Oh, he's crushing us.
148. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Wow,
fun.
we're completely destroyed.
He was one of our new
ones.
ones.
This is a good screenshot, though.
He was one of our
This
new
is a good
If he wants this
screenshot.
for a profile, I'll hit
Mafia's finest.
print
Definitely
screen
use
real
this.
quick.
And also, I got a good view of his.
The list goes on.
Oh, yeah,
So
he
my
does. I like
point here
that.
is
His camera angles are pretty good, too.
do what you
Well,
love.
he's just he's following him.
His room's
and
nice.
make
His
sure
house is nice.
It's a
that
walk
your
and talk.
name
It's a
makes
walk
sense
and
to
talk.
you.
Yeah.
Because again, you're not doing this for other people.
Oh.
I've been hearing so much BS about this.
I'm doing it
People
for
say, "Oh, your name doesn't make sense," or I see on YouTube, "Oh, we're changing our name to this." I'm not
That's us!
attacking anyone on YouTube. I'm actually kind of attacking to the people in my own life.
Oh.
Because they
Really?
make-
Yeah, all right. He's
Right.
talking to
Right.
me. Yeah, we are.
in his
We
life?
are. I'm in
No.
his life. I text
You
him.
read
Text
it?
him.
I send him messages like I did to you.
You have
Yeah.
phone
Makes sense
numbers?
to me. Do what you love.
What city does he
Go
live
after
in?
what
You
you
guys
love.
have weird questions.
Names don't mean anything.
We have a
And
similar
here are a
story.
few examples
Here's a few examples.
of those things.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Alright guys, so the first example is PewDiePie. So
Oh,
that
his
quality
answer.
just
let's get to
Yeah.
died.
The video quality dropped. The audio quality went up.
April 29th, 2010, he
Yeah.
registered his YouTube channel, PewDiePie.
This is someone else's
he
video,
said
though.
that his name is made up of
I'll
3
say.
words. Pew, die.
I've been saying we should get a girl that
Yeah.
looks better than us and to do our
Well,
show for us.
Here's the thing is that,
The guy just really likes pie.
yeah,
Just
but
come
it's
up with
still,
that one
he
word.
has a very unique
But-
name
Yeah.
What does Markiplier mean?
that makes
Mark?
everybody understand what it is.
I think
And
your
you can
name,
talk about it.
Markiplier's a cool name.
Why?
Huh.
Well, that's my question for you. Is I know it's not your name.
Is it a
Dave.
selfie
How did you
stick
come
or
up with
a
Markiplier?
armless
Oh,
tire?
the story's so stupid.
Is it a dumb name?
Yeah, it's a really.
I thought there'd be a really smart story.
Hewlett
about how-
Packard.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. No, I
Seth- I
wanted
hate
to
Seth
originally
Meyers.
do sketch comedy videos.
My
where I
God, you're
play
such
all
a
the
hater.
characters.
Oh, God, I
wanted
hate
to
Seth Meyers.
Multiply
So lame.
myself.
Oh wow.
Multiply himself.
Wow.
Markiplier.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
stupid.
Yeah, it's really stupid. But it's proof that you don't need a good name to be successful.
But what is a
See?
good name then?
You see
But
what I'm
then that
saying?
is a good name.
You don't need a good name.
But by
And Brian, let's
definition,
take
that
a
is a
look
good
at
name
Vanoss
because
game.
it
Right.
became successful. So how is that even?
Vanoss.
You can't.
Gaming.
You
Okay,
can't
we
use
know what
that as an
is, right?
example.
Gaming is gaming, and then
Gaming
Vanoss
is gaming.
Yeah, it tells you that it's
Any
gaming.
car guys out there?
The name Vanos comes from a BMW engine part responsible for variable valve timing. It was part of
Yeah.
an
See, this
alias
is
that
proving
his
my
father
point,
used
though.
on
If he's
PlayStation
trying to
Network,
say
and
that this
Vanos
is
had
not,
adopted it to his
then
own
get rich on
gaming
YouTube is.
channel.
I don't
So
care.
as you can so
Yeah, because
presently
let's
see,
how are we gonna use our time
it doesn't really
wisely?
matter
Yeah.
how amazing your name is. Even the big guys. were
Except
like,
if it doesn't
"This is
make
kinda
any
dumb,
sense.
But I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with
Or if it
Well,
tells
guess
you that
what?
it's something
I believe
else.
in what I'm doing.
If his show
So
was called
essentially-
Car Talk,
Your best bet
It wouldn't make any
is to do what
sense.
you believe in.
right?
And if you don't do what you believe in,
Better be about
then
talking
you're gonna end
cars.
up going.
Yeah, exactly. It better
Or
be
you're
about-
talking to
Okay,
cars.
maybe it's not
Uh-huh.
that harsh, but you will end up figuring out
prefer
that
the cars-
something else
cars
is
to
better for
talk
you
back.
than doing YouTube, especially if you don't believe what you're doing.
If you're naming your show
So the best way to
Alien
go about this is
Stories,
make your
Penn
name
Island.
better
what you
be
wanna
yeah,
make it.
Pet Island.
Gaming,
Be in the
success,
Pennisland.
Penn
personal
is
development,
land.
Pennisland.
housing. I don't care what the topic is. It doesn't even have to be related to it. PewDiePie,
524.
like,
That
okay,
definitely has to
dying
go.
maybe,
Yeah.
but what the hell does pie have to do with gaming? Expand
Yeah,
it.
but it
He ate
still is
pie
a
while he was
unique
gaming.
Some people
name.
just
It
make it
still
their-
is a
yeah.
unique
I'm
name.
well.
Yeah,
I've
it's-
read.
And it's not telling you that it's something that it's not.
I just think he brings up a good point
Yeah,
as
I
far
do,
as
I do. I feel like
as,
that's a
as
good
we
point.
started as
Sure.
Get Rich on YouTube, we
Right.
found that it gets lost in the shuffle.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Going down to the acronym GRYT,
Yeah.
we've built over a little bit of time and does have connections to the original.
But nobody
And
cares about grit, though.
well, when you say it like that, they don't. You're right. You're right. When I say it like this, people really do care about GRYT.
Okay.
Oh,
Then
you
guess
think
what?
so?
Then they might.
You think
And
so?
I feel like they would.
I think they would care
But
about
there's nothing
Meltdown
wrong
Island.
before you get to the point of actually monetizing. There's nothing wrong with trying to rebrand.
Yeah.
Trying to refocus, trying to fortify, trying to rally your troops. You know, that's what should have happened yesterday. But instead, Ambomaga ended up dead.
Yeah.
So
God, I can't believe they let that
gotta
happen.
fortify, man.
Shouldn't be flying around.
Rally, man. On Meltdown
Anyways,
Island.
we'd have to wrap it up now. But everyone, let's do our thing that we always do at the end of the show, where we all say together on the count of 3, I want Dustin to get rich.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
I want Dustin to get rich.
On YouTube or whatever. I care about Meltdown Island. See, thank you, Rollo. Me too. Anyways, that's it.
Where'd Rollo come from?
He watches the show
I know,
sometimes.
but we didn't know.
All right, hey guys, thank you very much for watching today, and we'll be back again. We'll be back next week. That's it for the stream. Sorry, Adam. Yes, you're in control.
Yeah, Adam. Sorry, Adam. You're in control, Adam. Love you. Bye.